Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Candice and I'm here to help you understand and manage your ADHD brain. As you can hear, I have quite a broken voice. I'm not feeling that well and I gotta admit I was mostly sleeping today and trying to rest from I don't know what virus I have. But you know what? I told myself I need to tell them stuff about what's going on in my life and the YouTube channel, and what better way to get over a cold than just do something else to get your mind off it. So here I am trying to post useful content for you guys, and today I wanted to talk more naturally about stuff, probably with less cuts in the editing, and talk to you about something that's been happening for the last few weeks. The YouTube channel is growing and I wanted to thank you guys for that, because we're already at 13k-ish, 13.7 I think. I'm so happy that you guys are finding my content helpful, and thank you so much for all the likes, shares, subscribes. I'm really grateful for you. I got reached out by a couple of brands, and this is why I'm making this video, is because I feel like the channel is getting good attraction, and thanks to you, thanks to just the community that's building around the channel. So I'm really grateful, and I wanted to make a video because I want you to see I love content out there that just shares the behind the scenes and what's happening backstage of YouTube, as cliche as it sounds. I really love to see that. So I was like, maybe I should talk to them about that, and maybe you can help some of you who are in the same situation or who want to start a YouTube channel, or just, people who are curious to know what's going on. What's been going on is that I've had a couple of brands reach out, and what I wanted to talk to you in this video about is this reaction that's not only linked to, having brands reach out to me, but it's every day in my life, every situation. When something really new happens, or like a good news comes to me, usually I have that very initial surge of excitement. If I receive an email with good news, or like something really new in it, I'll just be really excited and really positive and over the moon without really kicking in my logical mind. It's just emotional. I think that's the word. It's like emotional excitement, and I'm so into it. I'm like, oh my god, look at this, I just got an email, or I just got that, and it's so exciting, and oh my god, I'm gonna be able to do this and that, and it's all good things and good emotions. I actually did write some stuff down in preparation for this, just to get my mind clear. That's actually something I do, and I talk about in a lot of my videos. Journaling in general is really helpful when you have something on your mind like this. And I thought, I need to write this thing, because it's so weird how, actually it was yesterday, I came down from this rush of excitement where I was in that state of excitement for the news. Oh, I got reached out by a brand, this is so cool, and they're asking me about my rate, and then I went back to them and told them about my rate, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna do a collaboration, blah blah blah, not really thinking about the consequences of doing this collaboration or anything. It's just oh my god, it's so cool, let's move with it. And then slowly starting to think about it, the more the dopamine came down, the more I think I kind of started thinking about what does it mean to partner with a brand and to make content with this brand on my channel. Yeah, thinking more about that. And then I talked to someone really close to me about that more seriously, in terms of, he asked me how I saw this when considering my YouTube channel and my presence on YouTube. And our talk really made me land back on earth. I'm sure if you have ADHD like me, you can relate. That feeling of being really, really high in your emotions and so excited about something, and then all of a sudden you crash and you just go back to reality, and you realize that it's not all so happy and rainbows, and you also have to factor in reality. Even though sometimes good opportunities show up, and they are sometimes, I think some of them are 99% good, and it's great if you have those come into your life. And I think it's good to recognize that sometimes there's not a lot of negative in a situation, but sometimes it's good to be we need ADHDers need some time to become realistic. Why I'm talking about this is because it doesn't feel great to have that come back to reality. I wish I could stay every time in the excitement zone where I'm so happy about something and I'm just going for it, and I'm not thinking, I'm just signing a contract, I'm just saying yes. Actually, that's what's scary. It's because, and I've done that so many times in my life, when I get really excited about something, I say yes too quickly, or I say yes under the emotion of the moment, under the high of the moment, under the high dopamine levels. And I think this is probably the trap for us ADHDers. It's like knowing that this state is not going to last. And when you're in this state, actually, it's very hard to see the reality. So I remember distinctly, I'm taking this example of the offer I got to work with a brand. And this I got like a few weeks ago. And I remember seeing it, it's like, oh my God, like someone wants to partner with me and they worked with great YouTubers. It's like, this can only be positive. And they're asking me for my rate. Like, how cool is that? I can tell them, give my price. And it was just like all positive from this point of view, like back then. All positive. And I remember for a few days, I was like, there's no way that this is a bad thing, or like, obviously I'm going to accept, like who would turn it down? And it's so weird to say this now, because now having thought about it and being more in a realistic mode, I'm like, duh, like it was obvious that there was going to be some thinking to do and some, weighing the pros and cons and thinking more deeply about what this means for a channel, etc., etc. So I kind of got lost in my thoughts here, but I think what I meant is making decisions, especially important decisions under those circumstances of high excitement that we naturally get as ADHDers, can be quite dangerous. Just recently, I've had a few examples like this around the channel. For example, the collaboration, if I say yes, and this is why also I wanted to talk to you, because a collaboration means that you're selling something to your audience. And I don't think I'm never going to do it, because some products I actually love and I use them all the time, and I think there are some things that just make sense. One of them, I actually reached out to them and I'm working now with them, and I tell you about it at the end. Quick spoiler alert, it's related to mindfulness and meditation, but I'm really excited about it. That being said, it's actually kind of a special way I am collaborating with them compared to the other way I got reached out. And I wonder how much you want to know about this. Let me know if you're actually interested in me detailing, from a very novice perspective, because I'm brand new to this. My channel is really small. Like some YouTubers can tell you way more about that than I can, but I feel like sometimes, the beginner's viewpoint is also useful. So if you do want me to make a whole video about this, let me know. I'd be happy to, but you'll see that in the future anyways. I'll make a lot more content like this, sharing the behind the scenes and talking about subjects like that. I'll tell you more about it at the end. Yeah, so what can we do actually to, make sure we don't make rash decisions under the highs that we go through? I'm sorry, I'm speaking like very low. There's some kind of shyness in me when I'm in my apartment. I feel like people are listening to me, and also the voice is broken. So I'll try to speak a little bit more loud. But yeah, I think what I deciphered from those like cycles, like I get an exciting news, I get overexcited, I get ultra positive, life is amazing, full of dopamine, that kind of stuff. And then close people to me try to kind of make me go back to reality, and I'm too early in the dopamine high to even see what they mean. I'm like, no, like this is great, this is a great opportunity, don't like kill my vibe. But the questions start seeping in slowly, but I'm not really acknowledging it. Then a few days pass and the dopamine levels drop and the excitement drops, and then I start to realize, ooh, okay, that's what it means. It's not all rainbows and just money that's going freely in my bank account. There is some kind of ties, there is some kind of exchange, and like taking the collaboration example. And then I do actually go back and get advice from the people around me at that time, because I'm always so shocked at how different my point of view is from the moment I get the news and the rush of dopamine that I have, the rush of excitement, and the moment this excitement disappears. It's like I can't recognize myself from the moment I got the news. It's a really weird feeling of being like, oh my God, I feel like I was hypnotized. I feel like I was under a spell or something. Like, obviously reality matters, and obviously there's this to factor in, but I swear every time it happens, when I'm in it, when I'm living through it, and the excitement and the dopamine and the ADHD excitation surges, there's no thinking about like reality. It's just like I want to move, I want to go fast, I want to it's so exciting, and I'm sure you can relate. It's like the best feeling in the world, you know? And sometimes it's good. That's what I want to mention. Sometimes it's good to act when you're feeling like this, and this is why, you know, startups, entrepreneurship for ADHD people, it's great. It's such a great environment, and this is something I'm going to talk way more about on my channel, so I hope you guys will be ready for this and will like this new type of content. But this is something that's going to come into my life way more. To be completely honest with you, I'm changing jobs and I'm going into that sector, and it's going to be really, really exciting, and I do want to talk to you a lot more about it, and this is probably going to be in my future videos. So anyways, little side note here. What I meant is those entrepreneurship startup fields and careers are so powerful for someone with ADHD, and we thrive in that because we're really able to make decisions quickly and just get excited about things and not lose our time considering little things too much. But the reverse side of this is we can go into over positivity and lack of seeing the full picture, if that makes sense. So we got to be careful to not get too excited when we make business decisions or any kind of important decisions. So that's about, like, you know, the excitement part. And the second thing about the actual collaborations is that, you know, my ultimate goal with this channel is to talk to you and make you relate to my experience and get something out of me talking about my experience. I just want to share my views on ADHD, on the world, on life. And that's something I really like doing, is just thinking creatively and, you know, taking ideas and working with them, and writing also, something I love. I just love doing that, and then putting it out on camera and sharing it with you guys. That's my main, the thing I love the most is just creating that. And the more time I spend creatively creating, just writing ideas and thinking about stuff, I don't know if that makes sense, but the more time I spend doing that, the happier I am. And I hope that transpires through the video. You see what I mean? I just like sharing stuff with you, and I don't want to lose that, especially that authenticity that I think you've noticed I really value and I want to bring to this channel. And I don't want to jeopardize that through a collaboration. So that's where I'm at right now, thinking whether the offer that I have is one that I want to take, just because it could feel like, first of all, either I'm trying to sell you something that I don't actually use or care about, or it doesn't really, align with my values. So that's something I'm thinking about. And the brand, don't get me wrong, like, that reached out seems really cool, and no shade at all if I ever, you know, end up working with them. It's just, you know, questions I gotta ask myself. I'm at a quite early stage in my YouTube channel, and yeah, I just feel like, is it the right time to, because it takes time and focus, and, you know, on my channel I'm not that regular at posting content, so that would mean, you know, having someone telling me when to post, how much to post, and what to say. I think I'm not really ready to give up that freedom, and I like having that freedom. And, you know, because I have this YouTube channel on the side of my job, and obviously I want to grow it, and, you know, as a side business, I want to take it more seriously and grow it. That's something I want to do, but, you know, I want to take the time to do it the right way, and also focus on actually working with people with the products I'm really passionate about. And I always come back to this with ADHD. You have to work with people and things and subjects and brands you really care deeply about. And I mean, you know, you could say it's true for most people, but for ADHDers, there's this caring aspect and this passion aspect to what we do that we need to have in order to be involved at all or motivated to do it. So yeah, sorry about the lighting. It's kind of blinding me right now, the sun. But I think I'm pretty much done. You can see just that I'm, you know, thinking a lot about this. Just wanted to be open. If you want me to be more open and transparent and go through more details about this kind of situation, I'll be happy to. But yeah, if you're going like me through this cycle of overexcitement and then dopamine crash kind of situation, I feel like it's just always going to be that way, as sad as it sounds. But no, I feel like this video is not for me to give you too many tips, but more to share what I've lived through. It's just a reflection. Maybe I'll have some more wisdom to offer you about this. The only thing I did because it made me think a lot, those collaboration things, and how I evolve on YouTube. It's just journaling, and I cannot recommend this enough. I did journaling this morning, and I did mindfulness. And that, as I said in the middle of the video, mindfulness is something that I hold very, very dearly, and something I love, and something I think that has helped me so much with my ADHD. As you might have guessed it, I've partnered with Headspace to be a brand ambassador for them. So that means that every time you'll click on the link below to open an account with Headspace and start your free trial, I'll get a little something in return. This is how the brand ambassadors program works. So you know how I love Headspace. Headspace is an amazing tool to be mindful in general. I use it every morning, actually. I use it to meditate. I do 5 to 10 minute meditation every morning, and it grounds me. It brings me the peace and the distance from my thoughts that I need every day. And as an ADHDer, it really, really helps a lot with overthinking, high emotional states, high emotional changes throughout the day. It just is a really cool app that I've been using for years. And as I said, I reached out to them. They kindly accepted me in their program, so I couldn't be happier. And I can't wait for you to try. If you've never tried Headspace, click on the link down below, and I hope you enjoy the journey. I'll tell you more about it in the next videos I make, but there's a lot of things I want to share about this app because it's really great. And as someone with ADHD, you can greatly benefit from it. So I'm looking forward to share even more with you about that. So thank you so much for listening to my rambling thoughts, and I'll see you soon to talk about more Candice life, ADHD, entrepreneurship stuff. So if you're interested, don't forget to click subscribe below, like the video, share it with your friends and family and ADHDers all over the world, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.